You're banned. Five seconds remaining. Are you gonna pick one or what? Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Pretty sure it's your turn to pick.
When?
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Aduh, yun ako, set na uwi. Shit.
The Gorgon. Yes. Now, where did I put my snakeskin bag?
Prepare for battle!
Because this one, my friends, is in it. Right.
Alam. Ngonit. Ngonit. Ngonit.
Hiss.
30 seconds to battle.
For honor. Yes.
The battle's starting!
Gaze upon Medusa's beauty and despair. I'm not ready. Tremble. Rush. Attack! Fight for honor. Run, vermin.
What the fuck? Holding row.
Gorgons, guide me.
get nothing.
Bring me mana. Quick as a snake.
Hello.
Slithering. Crawling. Yes. Serpentine. Mystic snake. Silent as a snake. Gorgons, guide me. You little rat. Fight for honor. Silent as a snake. Gorgon's honor. Yes. For honor.
I deny you.
Sliding. Right. Thanks.
First blood! Your middle tower is under attack.
I only see a crater.
Nah, no blood.
Slithering. Mystic snake. Power is
Normally.
Stay where you are. Score one for the serpent. Fetch me some mana. Fall before me. Treadlaw. Run, vermin. Tiresome vermin. Serpentine. Snake's kiss. Right. Rush.
I thank you.
Crawling. Hiss.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Yes. Right. I'm under a snake's kiss. Sliding.
My eternal
Gorgons,
gratitude.
die play, my pet. Attack. Hiss. None can resist. Power.
Fuck, dude.
Yes.
Ringan tai anjing.
Fetch me some mana. Fight for honor. Run, vermin. For
Double damage!
Zeus on the loose. Yes. $17. A light snack. Silent as a snake.
Glorious thanks!
After them. Crawling. Mystic snake.
None for you.
Tremble. Mystic snake. Stronger with every skin I shed. Rush. Quick as a snake. $17. Rush.
Eh,
For honor. Tremble. Gorgons, guide me. Silent as a snake. Bring me mana. Cut you down like chaff. Run, vermin. Hiss. Fight for honor. Mystic snake. Right. Yes.
Killing spree. Own it.
Quick as a snake's kiss. Sliding. Slithering.
Player disconnected.
Yes. You have my thanks. Fight. Crawling. An appetizer. Right. Fetch me some mana. Fight for honor.
Who could turn away from this battle?
Yes. Play, my pet.
Denied.
Yes. Sliding. Quick as a snake.
Double damage.
Right. Gorgon's guide, bring me mana. For honor. Slithering. Tremble. Mystic Snake. Bring me
Don't
mana.
let your middle tower fall.
Run, vermin. Crawling.
Let's talk about your top tower.
Rush. Silent as a snake. Die a beauty's day. Power is the only beauty. Right.
Your top tower is under attack.
Anjing.
Meet my gaze. Rush. Right. Fetch me some mana.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Slithering. Mystic snake.
Your bottom tower is under attack. Dire have fortified their structures.
Run, vermin.
Radiant structures are fortified. You really should look at your bottom tower.
Serpentine. Gorgons, guide me. Quick as a snake. Crawling.
You really should look at your bottom tower. Your bottom tower is under attack. Your middle tower is under attack. Why is this happening? Your middle tower has fallen.
Hiss. Yes. Tremble. Play my pet. Yes.
Killing spree. Your bottom tower is under attack.
Lock eyes. Play my pet.
Radiant structures have been snow fortified.
Silent as a snake. Secret. Right.
Double kill.
Sliding.
Killing spree. Triple kill.
With power comes vengeance. For honor. Fight for honor.
Let's talk about your top tower. Radiant's courier has been killed.
For honor.
I understand, but still.
Serpentine. Die a rodent's death. Sliding. Illusion. Tremble. Right. Fight for honor. Silent as a snake. Mana shielding. My resolve strengthens.
Nah anjing.
Hiss.
TF.
Your top tower is under attack.
Gorgons, guide me.
Let's talk about your top tower.
Run,
I guess Radiant fortified their structures. Your top
slithering.
tower is under attack. Your top tower is fallen.
Look me in the eye. Yes. Crawling.
Dominating.
Yes. Gorgon's honor.
Don't let your middle tower fall.
Rush.
Ini gua.
Stupendous.
Crawling. Quick as a snake.
Aduh, ada tuh.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Silent
Radiant
as
have
a
fortified their structures.
None can resist.
Dire's have fortified their structures.
My servants. For honor. Yes. Tiresome vermin. Hiss. Slithering. Run, vermin. Fetch me some mana. Rush. Serpentine. Tremble. Round. Yes. Impudent upstart. Round.
Let's talk about it.
Fight for honor.
under attack.
Rush. Unblinking.
Your middle tower is under attack. The enemy's top tower had to go.
Right.
Dire structures are
Fight for
fortified.
honor.
Anjing.
Hiss. Attack. Yes. Crawling.
Go.
Sliding. Tremble.
Aduh, anjing.
Slithering. Serpentine. Quick as a snake. I am Scully. Don't resist the cobra, little bird. Organs guide me. Mystic snake.
Double kill. Killing spree.
My eternal gratitude.
Tiresome vermin. Right. Silent as a snake.
Your
Ayo,
middle
kalian
tower
juga
is under
itu.
attack.
Mari.
Yes.
I've been wanting this.
Quick as a snake. Right. Silent as a snake.
Dominating.
Nice now.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
I fight to the last breath.
Crawling.
Invisibility.
Killing spree. Double kill.
Serpentine. Organs guide me. It won't be long now, sisters. Slithering. Snake's hiss. For honor. treasures. Lock eyes with a fork. Right. Fight for honor. Sliding. Run.
Your bottom
vermin.
tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Silent as a snake.
The next level play. The next level play.
Don't let your middle tower fall.
My resolve strengthens. Gorgons, guide me. Run, vermin. Sisters. Rush.
You really should look at your bottom tower.
Stay where you are. A plaything for my pets.
Normally.
Fetch me some mana. Quick as a snake. Not yet.
The enemy's bottom tower has fallen.
Cut you down, child. Crawling. Right. Fall before me. With power comes vengeance. Yes.
Your top tower is under killing spree. Eleni.
Normally.
Where's the party?
Akan ku buktikan bahwa di saat
Mega kill! Unstoppable! Double kill!
The next level play. Normally level play.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen. The enemy's top tower is shattered into little pieces.
I will not fail again.
Thanks.
My gratitude is yours. Serpentine. Yes. Sliding. Right. Slithering.
Goes.
Arcane power.
New treasures. Quick as a snake. Tremble.
Killing spree. Ownage.
Haste. Hiss. Organs guide me.
Radiant have fortified their structures.
For honor.
The enemy's bottom tower is strong. You did the right thing. Dominating. Owning. Fire have fortified their structures.
Crawling. Sliding. Bring me mana. Run, vermin.
Lakad mo to! Normally.
Over here now.
Right. Rush. Yes.
Wicked sick!
The snakes of seeds. Stronger with every skin I shed. Right. Fight for honor. Manta style. I'm under attack. Quick as a snake. Fight for honor. Sliding. Right. Yes.
Eh,
Run, vermin. Tremble. Gorgons, guide me. Slithering. Right. Light snap. For honor. Power is the only beauty. Hiss.
Double kill.
Rush.
The enemy's middle tower didn't know what hit it. Killing spree. The enemy's middle barracks are no more.
I was dead.
The enemy's middle barracks have fallen.
Yes.
The enemy's top tower just shattered into little pieces.
Crawling.
Enemy's top barracks dropped like some stupid dinosaur fortified their structures.
Silent as a snake. For honor.
There go the enemy's top barracks.
Rush. An appetizer. 17. Power.
Dominating.
Stupendous!
Right.
Mega kill. Double kill.
Hiss.
The enemy's middle tower was looking bad. Own it. The enemy's bottom tower has fallen. The enemy's bottom barracks have fallen.
Organs, guide me. Fetch me some mana.
Killing spree. Enemy.
Fight for honor.
The enemy's little tower didn't know what hit it. Radiant victory!
gonna connect, but he gets the arena off, and now the arrow, it lands onto Bob. Oh, that's not what you wanted. Masaros, what a nightmare dodge again from set 0 into the... What's it gonna cost though? It looks like a hell of a lot as a Bart now very low in HP. The Earth Spike is duked out by Fearless, and a Bart, eventually he will drop on the gyrocopter. And they'll go for more. They'll leave him be onto the Lion. Q just trusting the earn damage was gonna be enough. And he was correct, John. He got a Bart with that.
It works out for Motivate Trust, and we were just talking about how great of a time a bot was having. The space he was getting top with clearing that bot tier 1. They get too aggressive on Execration, and Masaros, his bait play worked out. He was hiding in a really weird spot. Like, that was a very awkward angle, but he had faith in his team to back him up. They clean up, and they build up this 4K lead now for Motivate Trust. They're lining up for the mid push, and this should go fairly fast. They don't have skeletons up on Jackie, but even just his damage alone at this point is significant.
Easy. Chains out, Arrow gonna be there, nice setup, but he is by the tier 2 tower. Q wants to keep going. Bob, he's copying a fair bit of damage. The max starfall from Q actually hurts Bob quite a lot. So BDZ will still drop and motivate. They're looking to take over that dire triangle. 15 minutes in, the stacks are still there, but he has not been able to clear them up, and Jackie, he'll say thank you very much. Those are my stacks now. Call down is committed. He'll get 2 small creeps. Tino, meanwhile, going to roll forward. Bob, he'll be there as well. On to set 0 he goes, but look at the damage. He's getting very low already. He'll keep trying to fight this one out and does make it out. Meanwhile, set 0, though, he barely goes down. And in the meantime, a Bart has ended up dropping. So they lose the gyrocopter and the Lion. In fact, make it another. BDZ's going to get speared to the T3 tower. They'll go back for the stacks, but meanwhile, Masaros still not out of danger yet, but Spear, it is going to land. There's no follow-up to it. Tino, he'll try to keep going on the Pango, but it's going to cost him his life. RR now going to jump in. Gets a finger off onto Fearless. I suppose it's worth his own life for that. But Jackie will happily take the life of the Lion. Now Pop, in we go again. Onto Q with the Vortex out. Does have enough, and Jackie, he'll stop the team fight. He'll just TP away. He's had enough of this.
Yep. No backup left. I thought he would just kind of stand there, take the fight. There's a double damage rune if he just ran down. Would have had a great time, but now Bob's going to find it. Still a good fight coming through for Motivate Trust, but kind of evened out by Execration, finding that kill on Fearless. Not the biggest, because it did go onto the line. So I think you're still fairly happy for Motivate Trust, as they did clear out the stacks, and they took away that farm from a bot. They killed off the gyrocopter. That escalation we were talking about from the jar is not coming out yet. He's not too far behind. You know, a bot still has a lot of room to grow, and he is getting some space down. Bot, no vision here for Motivate Trust. Gonna have some room to keep playing this game. But side of Motivate Trust, I don't think they're gonna be resting to all too much. They have the blink.
Arena BDZ's been caught out. Arrow's gonna be there. Q, he'll take the kill. You go for Roshan off this. I mean, it doesn't feel like it. Instead, they're going to go for a 4-man smoke up. They'll see Tino, but he'll blink right away after breaking the smoke on Masaros.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Still sticking around in that mid lane, but Fearless is going to just rush forward. Does not get the chains off, though. In the meantime, top lane, Jackie, he's just going to get started on the T2 tower push. So you want to just try and take over that dire outpost and then go for the Roshan.
Dire's top
Bob?
is under attack.
He was spotted.
Radiant structures are
They know he's around somewhere. Keeps zipping into the tree line, but you look at set 0, he's waiting. Beans grip up. That'll be Bob's way of getting out of this awkward situation now.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Tino, gonna get Nightmare up, set 0, won't really have the setup he was looking for. RR, he'll take the Nightmare off. They'll just try and share it, but now they've both been caught out. RR will drop. Bob, he will Vortex back Q, and they will at least get themselves a Mirana. I believe set 0 was in range for that Fiend's Grip at the last moment, but he doesn't really want to dive the high ground, so we'll leave him be.
They still find a tier 2. They're going to take the outpost with the Desolator up on Jackie. Roshan's not going to take too long. They could just dip into Rosh. The scan was used early on by Execration. and they don't have forward wards to scout out.
Radiant's bottom
They
tower
are still
is
getting
under
some space
attack.
out for a bot to keep farming up. BKB up next. He's going to be much more protected to the jump in from Motivate Trust, but that just makes him the primary grip target. So even with a spell immunity, they're still going to have to watch the Bane's positioning here. And I think Motivate Trust still has the tools on hand to deal with the Gyrocopter. 3k lead still standing for Motivate Trust, as they might be eyeing top.
But they are. Fiend's Grip is there. They've got Bob. And they should have more than enough damage with Jackie around. And now I definitely think you consider Roshan. You can force a buyback out of the Storm. I mean, you've got the Deso anyway with there with Jackie. He's just having a bit of a dance around right now. Not too concerned about what's going on across the map. And it seems like they want to try and pressure the mid-tier 2 instead, but surely they go Roshan.
Yep. Nipping into Roche, 20-minute rune coming up. Will it be a DD, Mike? What do you reckon?
Of course, John. Every time. I mean, it's going to be after the Roche, but it's still just as good.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
No, it's a regen. How upsetting.
Dire's middle
Aw.
tower
It's been
is
patched.
under attack.
It's been patched, John.
Unfortunate. Still, the Roshan's going to go here. For the side of Motivate Trust. Again, no wards from Execration to watch this. As they're playing bot very far away. Just trying to build up on the gyro. So that is 2 lives on Fearless more than likely. And it's going to be a bit tough to lock in that Ember. Jackie, of course, has 2 lives as well. He does not have the Yag shard, so you can still kind of burn him down with Lion. But that is a level 1 mana drain. So RR doesn't have much of a suck rate, which means that more than likely you will still have mana there on Jackie to revive. It makes it a bit difficult to kind of take that second life away from Jackie. Still, Smoke, Motivate Trust on the hunt.
It's a very interesting way of wording it, John. Suck rate. Spear is out. They've got the Pango. They've got Tino down. Homing missile, not going to help. Jackie doesn't have to blink up, otherwise he might go for another.
It's under attack.
Fall down will also come out here from our Gyrocopter to just try and get this creep wave away. So bot lane, Nightmare set 0. It's going to set up onto BDZ. Q and Masros both going to rotate over to try and get this kill. Eventually they'll get him. No problem. They'll just drop the arena, clear the tree line, and they'll just get the job done.
Nice, easy
Radiant's
pick off
bottom
there
tower is
for
under
Motivate Trust. Execration not going to have that global presence for a bit. It's not too long for respawn. I don't think there's much openings for Motivate Trust to get anything too aggressive here, but they will smoke again. Just keeping that aggression up. They've got the good wards. They know where some of these heroes are. They see RR top.
is under attack.
They do. Be a nice easy line kill. Not quite exactly what they'd like, but you just take what you get.
Oh, lies.
Age is still up, obviously, so you wonder at what point they try to make use of it. I suppose for now, just finding pickoffs is good enough. Just continuing to extend the net worth lead. Well, I must say, Abat's still doing a great job of farming, but still 3.5k behind the Wraith King, so they're not out of the woods yet.
You know, there's a big spike coming out, Mike. Set 0, Ags up. So that's Brown Boots, Wand, Ags. With just the
Love
Keen Optic. He still has the Keen Optic, you know? It's like he has that added cast range anyway.
Oh, I keep
So
it
why
the whole
not just
game.
rush the Ag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get a Keen Optic, you hold it the whole game. It doesn't matter. You're playing Bane. Lion, oh, he's gone again, RR. He just respawned up. And now with that axe up, you've got such a low cooldown Fiend's Grip that it's going to be very fun times for Set 0 to set up for his team. And Bob will probably have to be very, very cautious with the way he zips in. 65-second cooldown right now, 55 at max level.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Very
attack.
painful times coming for Execration. Luckily for them though, the bot tier, rather the mid tier 2 and bot tier 2 still stand.
Yeah, they still have some map to play with. Motivate Trust has not been focusing on objectives. They've been running around for the kills. Maybe they're hoping Jackie gets the kills he needs for his Arcana. Who knows? He's going to have his own BKB up relatively soon here. 200 gold away. So the Raid King with Spell Immunity is going to be even harder to manage as they will gun for mid.
Radiant's
And
bottom
they do have good wave clear on side of Execration. They're actually in a roll for this.
Yeah, indeed. Set 0, not quite. Oh, he did commit the Fiend's Grip. What did it go on? Oh, it was the Lotus Orb. He tried to grab the Pango with the Lotus Orb. Nevertheless, the Arena is down. Masros trying to stop the fight, but Jackie is going to end up dropping. They've got one great pickoff already, and they'll even find Masros. Fearless, he will get BDZ, but he's dropping very low now. Try to escape the grasp of Bob. Won't be able to do it, but he's got the Aegis up. Meanwhile, BDZ, he does commit the buyback back in onto the main set 0. He'll go down. Fearless shoots out the stun. Still in massive trouble though as Bob. He's going to be able to pull him back with the Vortex. Eventually, they might be able to secure this kill as they do. Fearless will go down and will motivate Trust, dropping the ball on that one. Execration able to push them back.
Yeah, big win for Execration. That's going to open up a bit of a shove on the mid-tier 1. Q can't really do much to stop it. He does cut off the creep wave though. That might just be enough to stall. Respawns are coming out in Raid King. They will just immediately TP. So no objectives to be taken by Execration, which is a bit of a downside. They had such a great fight. They can't make use of it to even out the map. Still, they're going to be feeling good. They managed to close out the net worth gap between Jackie and a bot down to just about 1k. Gyrocopter going to hit the Ags next. Once you've got that Ags up, it feels a lot better for the hero. You have a lot of stats on hand, very durable. You just kind of gun for either more damage or durability with either the Crystallis, Daedalus, or the Satanic next. And that's where kind of hand can balance. Still, BKB, pop for Jackie. I think if he had the BKB in the last fight, it would have been a lot better, but they weren't patient on motivated Trust. They were confident that they'd live through, and they just couldn't.
Jackie, again being caught out. He hasn't got Reincarnate, so he's going to be forced to pop his BKB. Execration certainly feeling it now, trying to get that aggression going. Still, of course, just buying more time for Abat to finish off the Aghanim Scepter. He has done a great job of closing the gap between himself and Jackie, but there is going to be a 5-man smoke now from Motivate. Back into that die triangle, I'm sure. Should know the Gyrocopter's there somewhere, but Execration, they'll back off at the exact right moment, realizing something is wrong. Bob. He's going to be alright. They don't have the vision behind that tier 2. It seems like Motivate just desperately want to try and take down this mid-tier 2 tower. Fearless will frontline for the team. We'll just get started. Ags up now though. RR going to move in with the Hex out onto the Ember. There is your Solar Guardian coming in. They've lost the line. Still can they find something for their trouble? The Fiend's Grip just going all the way on Bob. It won't be enough yet. Abad meanwhile just chasing down the Ember. Fearless, he'll have to back for a bit. Back on the BDZ. They do get the Dawnbreaker down. And now they'll find Abad. Gyrocopter down with that buyback. He just bought the Aghanim Scepter.
That is massive and really unfortunate for Execration. They lost the Dawnbreakers, the arrow was coming in. So she couldn't tank that because that opened up that kill into the gyro.
My goodness, Jackie just blows up RR. Tino, he's going to be okay to roll out. But that tier 3 tower, it doesn't have that luxury. So it should be at least a tier 3, though. Well, they do glyph it up, and that may be enough to force them back, but it doesn't seem that way. They'll glyph their own creeps, they'll just keep going.
They've got max level Reincarnate up on Jackie, so he's more willing to put his body forward. Because the Ag's Fiend Script can be up in a few seconds as well.
Tino, roll up, going to allow him to get out. And indeed, since Set 0 does have the Fiend Script now up and available once again. Pain down, Tino. Fine with the Lotus Orb. There's your mid-racks. At least you get the reincarnation though, but Masros, he's going to make him pay for it. That'll be one gone. Fiend Script there,
boy.
Bob, he will be a second. Just a little bit too desperate on that play. It's certainly not worth the reincarnation. In fact, look at this. Jackie, he's just going back in. It's 5v3. Why the hell not? He wants more. He wants to go after a butt. Won't quite be able to get him though. In fact, Bob's going to pipe back. Sit back in. Fingers there. Nightmare dodge is out, but it's not enough. Jackie, he's going to pay his Masteros. Pops his own BKB, but the damage is there from Abad. On for more they go. Hugh, he'll be fine as Fearless jumps back in. 2 chains out. He might have Bob here. Bob, he just bought back. And Abad does not have buyback gold available. It'll be a full team wipe to come out. And Jackie will give the tip over to the Storm Spirit.
Oh, Motivate
Dire's
Trusty.
middle barracks
Managed
are
to make
under
that work. It's always a double-edged sword when you pop BKB against a Bane. And we've seen this in different series as well, where you come in, you're BKB'd up, the Fiend comes on, and suddenly your Dispel to save you from that can't land on you because you're spelling you. So you can't actually use the Lotus Orb, you can't use the press the attack in that game we saw. And Setsuru just makes it work. Forces the immediate buyback on Bob. He gets caught out again. The punishment is there. Execration still find a good Jackie kill, which kind of feels good. And Motivate can't really push for more while their big core is down. So they're not in danger yet, Execration, but the respawns are coming up soon.
They are. Roll in. They've at least got the Mirana. BDZ. Pop the Solar Guardian. They'll get Q down. Be about it. Execration just going to have to kind of bide their time and... Well, they're 15k behind. Oh boy, Masteros. Oh, they love going after this Lion. RR. He just cannot survive once they get that initiation off. So support for a support trade. And Tino keeps going down bot. This could be problematic because Setsuro's waiting. He knew he'd get greedy. And guess what, John? He's got the Fiend's Grip up. Although Lotus Orb is going to be there in time. He was a bit too late on it. So Tino's going to be able to get away.
Managing to hang back, stay safe, TP in a few
Radiant
seconds.
are scanning.
Miss out and kill, but Roshan's open. Jax is going to be taken. 3 Ag shards coming through here as well. No contestation coming out from Execration. 2 lives and Fearless, free Ag shard on him. The fire remnants flying around. It's going to be a lot better for our Ember, especially as the kills rack up. So we'll see. Bob?
Yeah, Bob. Fearless, he's not close enough for the chains. It might be a bit of a hard one to land, and he does miss it. But Bob, still waiting, as his team is making their way over to try and help out.
Shadows take us.
Bounty.
He'll be fine. They do smoke, though. But they're nowhere near an enemy right now. It's a bit of a rough scenario here, Execration. They're going to get nothing out of that.
Yeah, Motivate Trust read that. Like, the moment they knew they didn't catch Storm, they knew backup was coming in to just bail out, go to a different part of the map, farm up. Execration do still have control of their jungle, so they're farming up. They find a Psychic Headband. Wonder if Motivate Trust will get lucky with their own Psychic Headband here. But looks like not yet. They have 1 neutral item left. Setsuru would love that headband here.
Is under attack.
As we all do, John. And it's only 25 more cast range, but you know, as a Bane player, you take everything you can get, John. Spare no cast range.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Last
High
Sniper
ground?
Tower gone. We've got the Dagons up on Q. Level 3. You can burst someone down as well. He gets to have fun.
Very nice. Masteros looking to maybe spear a butt back. Ping's word there. In the meantime, top lane, BDZ's been caught out. Fearless. Just go for the TP. Fearless can't actually stop this. Of course, he can join his team pretty much at any moment. He can Remnant back. Motivate Trust. They're not going to try and force it. It's still a 5v5. It's still going high ground. Got to be a little bit careful. You don't want to throw this game away.
Playing conservatively, playing it safe. They know they've got the lead, but the moment it turns around, the Jar Copper can get really big. And of course, you've got spikes on your Storm. Ag's timing down the line could be massive with that additional control. So just playing it safe, not willing to allow a swing towards Execration. Just choking out the map. Execration stuck in the high ground, can't really dip outside of their base. Lots of good ward coverage here from Motivate Trust to watch anyone that steps out of high ground as well. So the moment someone goes in to farm, they can easily punish.
Oh, Jackie's moving in. Has he found a target? He'll go for the homing missile. Abart is going to turn around now. Maybe that reincarnation's gone, but the Fiend's Grip has caught out Tino and Masteros. He does get the Gyrocopter. The heal's not going to be enough from the Solar Guardian. They'll buy back on Tino. They'll keep trying, but they've already lost the Bart. He has buyback this time, though. They might be able to keep this fight up. They've got Fearless, but where's your damage? Fearless, he's still healthy, but stunned up for such a long time. He's fine. Remnant away is there. Tino still trying to move in. He just bought back. Arrow's going to be there from Q. They might have enough, and they do. Now you definitely want to... Oh, Fearless! He'll go down. It'll just be the Aegis. I suppose it's a free reset. He catches a Bard.
Oh boy.
Yeah. A Bard has no buyback. He just committed. That's GG.
Normally.
Ah, man. Motivate Trust. Just feeling it today. Execration. You know, it was fairly close in game one. There was a lot of back and forth. Game two, it just felt like Motivate Trust was in the driver's seat. And Execration, they tried to make this Dawnbreaker work once more. There was no counter to it. No Global Silence. No Spike Carapace. Didn't matter for Motivate Trust. They still play their game. They play aggressive. Jackie did get a little bit more pressure in this game. You know, he wasn't able to free farm as much. He was ganked a couple of times, but he still got the space in the end. He built up. He hit this timing with the Desolator and the Armlet, and he was just very active from there on. And I think for Execration, they had the right idea. But they needed to commit towards Jackie a lot more often, catch out the Raid King, and they needed to control Roshan. They did not have vision in that area for a lot of that game, and just giving away that second life on another hero meant that you had to take care of, like, basically, 7 heroes, if you count all those slides as separate heroes. So they didn't have enough to sustain through that kind of an exchange, and Motivate Trust makes it work.
Yeah, no, absolutely. With that, John, we do have a 15-minute break before we do get into our final series. It is going to be NGX against Omega Esports, so a pretty fun matchup to finish us off. And like I said, 15 minutes, we'll be right back to see how this final series does pan out.
Si Hadi nganter pendir kelapa, si Eta. Hadi tukang kelapa.
Hadi.
Hadi.
Apa?
Keberak teteh ke si Haji gitu.
Tanya nu mana? Atuh kitu boga tilu mah teu panang.
Hadi.
Ih. Hah? Buka.
Melentar.
Inilah akhirnya paketku sampai juga. Mari kita buka.
Semangat please, biji.
It looks like Dire fortified their structures. Are those cracks in Dire's top tower?
Cemang gitu mah?
Hah?
Cemang?
Are those cracks in Dire's top tower? Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse. Radiant's middle tower could use some help. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Monster kill! Double kill! Triple kill!
You just did that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is no more.
matter.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
A school of me. I will
Double kill.
I scorch your name in the book of the dead.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Killing spree. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has been fortified their structures. Holy shit! More! Show me more! Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse. Radiant's middle tower could use some help. Where did Radiant's middle tower go? Double kill.
Well, this'll work. Well, this
Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long. Dire have fortified their structures. Someone better help Dire's middle tower. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Halo, Mak. Kita.
Roshan's down.
I am
Touchdown with
immortal.
his hits. Look at that. Radiant's courier just got killed.
Earth's bounty.
Radiant's top tower has looked better. Radiant's top tower deserves just as much help as bottom. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
What need have I for this?
A soldier's fortune.
Iya setik deui ieu jendela itu kan malah. Pamahan. Dengna.
Tengah.
Heuh.
Nanti mana ada deui.
Kunaon atuh bae lah.
Kan balik pula di pura.
Anu lah mau nutupan.
Tupak, sisi pendengar eta sok kemarin apa tupak. Biasa ya. Adek, jalan ada busan ya teh teh.
Terus aku pengen coba ayekeun. Mun wae persyaratan eta apa?
Dek mama, ya mama sih benar orang ngomong masuk dari sorgan gitu. Gimana aku ngomong makan mama tadi gini. Berarti nanti gitu HP ieu.
Heeh, sok persyaratan naon wae.
Ya gimana keluar ajar gawe.
Inting. Break sih dia.
Tapi juga perasaan ya aja cuma kalau ngerasa HP saya
Deep drop off, it feels like.
Yeah, it's got some really tight timings as a core. You can't make it work with like an Echo Saber build up on that core position, then kind of work slowly towards the Ags. Maybe go for Medallion into Solar Crest if you feel like you need it for minus armor to buff up your team. But it is a fairly tight window for the hero. Again, you don't have direct counters though, so you feel fine. And Nigma Galaxy actually pick up the TB for In Your Dream. It was left in the pool. I'm again a bit surprised because Omega was the one banning out some of the top pick back then. I don't think it's any.
Yo, isuk teh kira-kira jam 8 teh KTP kesana geng. Kita lagi cobian teh namanya gitu ya anak pengatur gitu. Ya ada maling geng ya ini.
Five seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Wow, goodness of course, amazing.
Radiant team ban. Dire team's turn to ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team's turn to ban. Dire team's turn to pick. Seconds remaining.
Well, we've got a bit of a surprise here, Mike. You know, Omega, they've
5
been
seconds remaining.
not having the greatest time. They've brought a new name in. Mr. Mamang Daya from Army Geniuses.
Radiant
Daya
team's turn
himself
to pick.
is standing in for Omega. Who knows what that means down the line? Omega having a non-Filipino player up, I think that's the first time for them. So we'll see if it holds up. There are certain rumors in the background as well. Well, I don't know if this move is permanent, but we will see. Mamangay, of course, coming in from Army Geniuses, plays
10 seconds
a
remaining.
remarkable mid. And the remarkable thing is he plays a lot of heroes. So
5
I want
seconds
to see if
remaining.
Omega capitalize on that. Of course, Nigma Galaxy C. They're a team that's very hard to beat. They look good going in here. They've been playing really well. Their revised lineup with Mikado in has been playing spectacularly well. And we were having a chat in lobby as well. You know, I was asking Paulson if he was casting. He says, I got today, my team.
Radiant team's turn to pick.
He's not giving up yet. He's not casting yet, Mike. Our jobs are secure for now.
Dire
For
team's
another
turn to
day,
pick.
Paulson has to play.
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I mean, you could take it. I just don't know if you're gonna have that impact. It really depends on the rest of the draft. You can capitalize on the Dawnbreaker gives. I think overhealing has been the best strat we've seen with the
Dire team
Dawnbreaker.
ban.
Probably not the champ, but I do like it with the Aya. And there it is, Mike. They do take the Dawnbreaker in Omega's side. So they feel secure with it. No silencer coming through with the Elder Titan snap. Likely no room for it left. Unless they run something like a silencer mid for Mikado. But that seems unlikely for him. So
10
you are
seconds
secure here in
remaining.
having that Solar Guardian coming through. It should be able to fly in every single time.
5 seconds
And
remaining.
you should kind of just play around that. You know, maybe pick something up that can play with that repositioning, something really aggressive up front. Spirit Brothers tend to really enjoy that.
Radiant
It's
team's
something they have a
turn to ban.
+1 in the gang. So something like
Dire team
Storm,
ban.
Ember, Void Spirit could be high priorities for Omega. And that might be taken care of by Nigma Galaxy C. Ban some of those out. They ban the Lifestealer first. We see the Morphling ban from Omega, which is interesting. That might telegraph either a Terrorblade or Gyrocopter, as the Morphling tends to enjoy playing against that.
10
So
seconds
we could
remaining.
eye maybe the Gyrocopter here for Omega and just kind of run with a very safe core
5
that is
seconds
mildly
remaining.
aggressive
Radiant team
depending on
ban.
build-up.
Dire team's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5
Soon.
seconds remaining.
I think it's still strong in the right lineup, is what it is. Like, Rick, you worry about it being a good Morphling game where that you pick up maybe something like the Gyrocopter, you pick up something like the Terrorblade on your side, and you face off against the Morphling. then you suddenly don't have a good time. Morphling just morphs into you, has flak, has metamorphosis, which looks hilarious on a Morphling. It does work out. It's just that some of these bigger cores can be counteracted by that core. So I think it's mainly that. It just telegraphs you might want to go for one of those picks, and you don't want to deal with it. Your supports aren't particularly amazing as well. Like Bane with Grip is good, but there is still enough leeway for the morph to shift as well, so your hold doesn't feel amazing, and your Dawnbreaker suddenly loses a lot of impact because the early aggression you can get out of the stunts is just counteracted by Morphling's level 3.
Radiant team's turn to pick. Dire team's turn to pick. Puck!
Nya.
10 seconds remaining.
Nya.
5 seconds remaining.
Di WA kung pelakon kaya pertemanan.
Naon wae. Ay.
Dire team's turn to pick.
Sige man brosor hungku, bubuka ko iya, apa nagut man hungku, daw
Yeah,
persyaratan.
I think it works really well against the Puck. We used to see that pick much more often when Puck was always in meta, like a first phase pick. So they've got the counter. The question after
10
Omega is where
seconds
they're running
remaining.
the Dawnbreaker. You know what? With Mamang Daya on hand, maybe they run Dawnbreaker
5
mid.
seconds remaining.
It feels like the kind of thing Mamang Daya would do. He ran Darkseer mid, was really effective. Maybe his Dawnbreaker is gonna be, you know, Thompson level stuff. Who knows?
Radiant team's turn to pick.
Admiral Kunkka.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it's got some really tight timings as a core. You can't make it work with like an Echo Saber build up on that core position and kind of work slowly towards the Ags. You maybe go for Medallion into Solar Crest if you feel like you need it for minus armor to buff up your team. But it is a fairly tight
Dire
window
team
in
ban.
Hero. Again, you don't have direct counters to it, so you feel fine. And Nigma Galaxy actually picked up the TB for In Your Dream. It's left in the pool. I'm again a bit surprised because Omega was the one banning out some of the. They banned out the Morphling, so it felt like they wanted to
TB,
Copper instead. And GX picked it up. And this isn't In Your Dream special. You pointed out last time, I think 2-3 months ago, that it felt like the meta was very in favor for In Your Dream. All his heroes were up front. The Terrorblade, of course, was a top pick back then. I don't think it's too bad at all nowadays. It might have been eclipsed by other cores, but it wasn't really nerfed too hard the last time a balance change affected it. So we still have a really good time. The Terrorblade here can get work done on Terrorblade. So level 6 timing for Nyx very important. You want to get that rotation into the triangle, scout out the TV, kill him down, and
down the Sakuchi. Salvo, Mizu gonna turn around with the salve and the cookie. And they secure the kill back onto Prince. Sometimes you just gotta man up, John. In fact, Zenki now's gonna be in trouble. He'll salve up. He should be okay. A really nice play there from Mizu. In the meantime, though, Paulson is going to drop on the Auto Titan once again.
Yeah, it's a decent kill for Van, but I think the top kill is a lot more important for NGX. They managed to kill off the Weaver, so the Weaver, despite getting a little bit of space out, does bleed some gold back to the Spirit Breaker. And the comparison here in the offlanes, Mizu is still keeping up in CS. 27-0, compare that to a Dawnbreaker 3-1 with the kill on top. You are having a great time to start off with for NGX. The only lane that's really going bad is that mid lane. Mikado is forced all the way back into base. Mamandai hits level 6. He has his full bottle. He's getting free farm. And we talked about Mamandai. He's doing great. Every single thing lining up for him. He's commanding his team to cut off water runes. And as long as he keeps this pace up, gets the fast phase boost up, he's going to have a lot of damage to play with soon.
Oh, absolutely. Makoto just not having a good time at all. Still yet to pick up his own brown boots. Just a very slow process here for the mid-puck. Top lane, Joe Cam being set up on with the Nightmare. Swarm is going to fly out. He'll just use the little shredder to burst it down. Yeah, and Prince doesn't really want to go for the dive underneath the tier 1 tower as Mizu. Avoid risking that happening again. Prince will just kind of learn his lesson, go back to CSing, play it safe. Still just behind in your dream anyway in terms of CS, so still having a pretty nice time here on the Weaver as Mamandai now is going to rotate up. No real heroes for him to pick off those. Mizu's just kind of hiding in the tree line, but the top tier 1, not something you usually see being prioritized by any team, but I suppose while you're here, you may as well get a few hits off.
Yeah, you need your TP out though. He was spotted by a nice obs earlier, so he doesn't get the successful rotation, but this could be a sneaky play down bot. In your dream, already backing off, sensing something's wrong, and they do have that forward obs watching that next rotation. So every movement from Mamandai, unfortunately, being under vision. And the side of NGX just get to dodge all the rotations. They TP in your dream up top, looking for that push. Metamorphosis ready to go. And they've got the firepower to get that early push going.
Mid lane, a bit of a rotation out from Mizu.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Nothing really for him to do here.
Radiant's bottom tower is
He
under
just wants to
attack.
try and chase down Aaron, I suppose.
Are fortified.
Swoop around back towards the top lane. Spot out Zenki on the Bane, but no charging coming here from Mizu. He'll just leave the Bane B for now. In your dream, he'll get started on that top tier 1 tower. Eventually get it done. Mid lane, a Dream Coil was committed, but they're going to find nothing out of this. So they did lock at least Aaron down, but with the rotation in from Van, that was enough to force them back. And in the end, both teams just secured the opposing tier 1 towers.
Both teams kind of dodging the engagements. NGX taking this opportunity to get some vision out though, getting some sentries down, no ops. Although, mid?
Oh, they got Aaron. Boat's gonna fly in though. Mamandai, he could find a really nice trade and does. Offlane for his support, definitely not worth for the side of NGX. Mamandai just in the right place at the right time.
He makes it work. We finally get another kill on the other side. The big difference that stands still is that NGX is having better time on In Your Dreams farm. He is being chucked away from the top jungle, but he's still up there in CS and in net worth compared to a Weaver. Not too far ahead. So it's not a big gap, and Prince is getting some space bot. Just keep building up. Weaver does need that fast Maelstrom timing to really get online. At least the Javelin has to be in for damage to fly through. Almost there for Prince, but not quite. As long as he gets space, we're pretty happy here.
Prince. Bot lane on the Weaver. 4k net worth, having a good old time. No real struggle here for him at the moment. Has actually passed In Your Dream on the Terrorblade. In the meantime, smoke up here from Jokam and Makoto. Zenki's going to rotate mid as well on the Bane. Really find the target he's looking for though as bot. Makoto is going to run right into Prince, but can he get the coil off in time? You bet your ass he can. Sentries down as well. They should have enough, and they do. Great rotation out from Makoto and Jokam.
They get the Weaver, squish the bug, and that's the strong suit of NGX. Their lineup has a really early presence coming out, almost global with charge on hand, with the puck on hand as well, highly mobile. For Omega, they haven't really been playing around the Solar Guardian presence. And we talked about last time with the pickup on that hero. You do want to play fast, you kind of want to use that spell in big engagements, kind of force the numbers, like draw them in with bait and come in with a Solar Guardian afterwards, but Omega hasn't found that opportunity. And that just means Van is kind of soaking jungle space, which I don't think is ideal. You do have this early spike in the hero. It has a lot of early damage, a lot of early presence, and pretty good durability. Kind of want to use that in a fight.
Camp. X out, Mamandai is going to find him, boat to come in, the Snapfire in trouble, still alive, but oh, that's a great stop out, Paulison! He puts an end to the team fight, and now Mizu, he'll come in for the charge, but there's your Solar Guardian. Van will come over, make sure he's there to help out, and in the meantime, Joe Camp does drop to Prince, who does snipe the kill. Mikoto, you've got the Dream Coil, but he won't commit it onto the Weaver. Army Geniuses, they do eventually get that Snapfire kill off. In fact, it looks like they might even find themselves a Nyx Assassin. The coil was committed. Spike Carapace going to slow things down a little bit. They will be able to finish it off in the end. Problem is, though, you are going to lose Mizu on the Spirit Breaker, and now in your dream, he's been caught by the Fiend's Grip. He will eventually try to run his way out, but the chase is on by Prince, and with the Sakuchi, it's going to be way too easy to be able to catch up. They got the big one. Back in, Joe Camp trying to fight, but he might go down a second time along with Paulison. Van still trying, gets a nice Star Breaker, but ultimately will go down. But they do avenge him by taking down Joe Camp. Army Geniuses, looks like they did come out on top of that team fight.
Yeah, Omega's doing really well here. They managed to make turns, they actually used the Solar Guardian in a big way, and they used that forward presence from the Dawnbreaker. And for NGX, it kind of streamed in 1v1. You don't want in your dream up there all too early, although...
Yeah, Prince, another strike charge. It was such a good fight, and then suddenly you just lose your Weaver.
They got pretty greedy for that push. You know, they felt secure. The respawns are short. They did come in. That tier 1 tower is still fairly healthy, so it was optimistic and kind of looking for that pin down. Omega, they can't afford to make small mistakes like that. NGX is a team that punishes and capitalizes on plays that small, and we have seen that with NGX. They've had games where they were behind for a long time, they'd hold out and they turn around. Now, off the back of that kill, they'll smoke up and look for one more.
Mamandai, he's going to run his way up, but oh, he's come back for the creeps. That'll cost him. Coil is there, but the Solar Guardian going to heal him up. In fact, they even found Makoto with the stun, but he does Waning Rift away. X is there. Mizu, he'll charge in, but who are we aiming right now? Looks like they are still going after Mikoto, and they get him. The puck's down. They've also found the other Titan, Mamandai. He can get to work with that hero. They'll find him, Paulison. Gonna be another death here on the side of NGX, and Omega still looking great. They're back into that mid-tier 1.
Yeah, it's down to the draft, right? Like, you get both and Solar Guardian on top, you're not going to find that kill. It's a lot of healing, it's a lot of durability with a run buff, and I think for NGX, they have to be careful about jumping the Conquer. They have to jump softer targets. Like, the Weaver is very vulnerable to the silence at this point, probably the best target to go for. Mid-tier 1 taken out, Omega finally getting a little bit more space for themselves. That should secure their control of the bot jungle and allow them to just get that steady build-up. But they're not going to rest. Mamandai was under smoke. Does immediately get popped.
Photo. He's going to be able to just orb away. Prince still getting the vision, but Mamandai not within range to get the X off. Stop, though. Does catch out Prince again. Charge is there. Mizu, he'll cancel it off. Prince just constantly being targeted this way, but he has to be very cautious with the way he plays. He's nowhere near tanky enough without the BKB to be able to play that far forward. So he's just still trying to get that vision from Mamandai, but obviously not worth his life if he does go down.
Yeah, but I like seeing that aggression from Omega. They understand that they've got angles to play with, with their early aggression, with the durability they have on hand. So they're trying to play it on as far of an edge as they can. So they'll slow down a bit, get some stacks going for Mamang Daya. He does have his early Orchid up. So he's got really good control for the puck. If it does show, they can get the silence off with the X, just immediately get the combination off and find that easy kill. Heck, it could be really good in the Terrorblade as well. Inner Dream, not quite at the Manta style yet, so he can't dispel that silence, and if he does get caught out, that could be a big kill. Still, smoke up here from Omega once more. Looking like they want to rotate up top. There was a ward, but I don't believe they were under that ward during that smoke.
We're gonna find. They'd love Makoto again on that puck. In fact, now the pings are coming out. They know he's there.
Step lively now. Your
Daya,
ally is on board.
smoke broken. They know he's around now. Silence is there onto the puck. Aaron trying to get an impale off. The X is going to fly in. Solar Guardian. It's very, very messy though. Makoto has not taken any form of damage. Instead, they'll have to go after Joken, but now the Fiends grip Senki. He'll be able to ensure they lock down this puck and secure the kill.
And that's a massive kill. The exact targets they wanted at that moment. They managed to get control. Again, it's that global presence you get from the Dawnbreaker. Early on, it's very hard to play against when you manage to force this fight in a fragmented manner from NGX, and they couldn't bring the numbers to bear. Top tier one going to be taken out as well, shrinking the map further for the side of NGX and Omega. They've got themselves a 2k lead, not massive. They're barely ahead of In Your Dream in terms of farm. Prince going for the Sanj next with stat resist and more strength. Bug is going to be squish. For the side of NGX, they're hitting some spikes. Like Mikado, once he has the Yules, is going to be much more protected against the X, against the Orchid coming through from Mamang Daya. He just needs to kind of farm that up. Try to get some room for himself on the map and just work his way up there. For In Your Dream, Manta style almost done. Ultimate Orb almost up, then just the rest of the left. And once you hit that Manta with the Dragon Lance, you can actually start playing if you want to. That could be the window for NGX to kind of start playing aggressively, start finding more kills on their side.
I mean, Prince and In Your Dream still kind of just neck to neck here as Aaron gonna get caught in the next assassin. Was underneath the sentry. Get taken down. Props to Prince, even against the Terrorblade, he is still keeping up very nicely in farm. This Weaver, you can't underestimate the amount of damage they can pump out later on in the game. It does get kind of ridiculous. This top lane, Makoto, will try to make the jump in with Van, but it's going to be just fine to back himself out with the orb. It feels like Makoto's constantly being hunted here on this puck. Instead, he'll TP down bot. Zenki has been spotted. You've got the coil if you want to commit, but it's like instead, Fiend Group's going to fly out onto the Spirit Breaker. No help incoming. There's your coil now. It's all too late though. Mizu is going to go down. Omega, they just continue to get away with murder here.
They're just running and gunning really well, just punishing NGX for not being able to find the angles. And we expected the Spirit Breaker to be able to isolate out the Weaver, isolate out the Nyx. They haven't been able to play around that. So I think Omega's feeling really good right now with a 4k lead. They're just working the map well, they're hitting these item spikes. They are farming really well on Mamang Daya on top of that. Like his BKB is not too far off. The Kunkka is going to be able to stand there, use all his spells, add to the durability of the team. And again, you don't have the burst damage on NGX to play against the Solar Guardian and the boat buff. So it's going to take them a lot more farm on In Your Dream and on Mikado to really fight against that. And that's going to be a bit of an issue. That means Omega's power spike is going to be a bit longer. Their big jump in presence is going to last maybe about 10 more minutes, more than you'd expect. And for NGX, the only thing they can do is either look for solo pickoffs or just keep farming up.
Mikado still being harassed here by Aaron. Mizu not having the impact he would have liked, I'm sure. It's 2, 3, and 4 here on the Spirit Breaker. Just trying to work towards that BKB so he can actually just continuously charge in a team fight. Just not be locked down constantly. Especially by the X, the Torrent, the Impales. All very annoying here. Of course, the Fiend's Rip's still going to be a massive problem for them no matter what. This top lane, Joe Cam He'll be impaled off. That Starbreaker there. Who do you want to get the kill to? Be another one going to the way of Mamang Daya. So his fourth of the game, just currently sitting at 4-0-7 now. Just continues to dominate the map, and he's still top of the net worth board on this mid conquer.
Yeah, and I like this move. After the kill, immediate smoke, looking for the flank. They've got the BKB on the Kunkka up. Paulson?
Yeah. They've already popped the meta here on In Your Dream. Mamang Daya still going to try and force the fight. Does get his BKB off in time, and the boat does fly in. In fact, Makoto, he cops the boat. They get the puck instantly. NGX just not on the same page here.
Yeah, they're kind of scattered out. I think the only upside here for NGX is that In Your Dream is farming really great, but he is forced to show up.
Nice charge in from Mizu, landing 2 stuns off, but more of his kisses are also coming in, so they are relatively healthy. Van being chased down, but he's going to be okay. Zenki charges up, Mizu will go after him and should eventually get this kill. In fact, now Paulson with a cookie out is in, but he's going to drop the Van. Mamang Daya still playing around there with Mizu. That's going to be the end of the team fight, it seems. Neither team wanting to continue here. Does it even favor? Just a 1-for-1 of the supports.
Yeah, I think for Omega that's fine. They kind of managed to expend and force out the kisses, so they shouldn't expect a rotation while their own spells are down, especially that Solar Guardian. You're going to have a window where Solar Guardian's back up, kisses are not, so a bigger engagement will work out for Omega if they find the angle. And they are still working the map well. They might be eyeing Roshan. I don't know how fast they'd clear it, but they do have the Maelstrom up on Prince, so this can go relatively quick. No wards here from NGX to spot it out. And again, with no kisses, the team fight kind of just shoots down. They do have Dream Coil from Mikado, but they need that follow-up damage from the Snapfire.
They do. Roshan is dropping. Charge is there. They found Aaron. Cookie will be out. Nether Strike. A lot of control here, and Aaron eventually should drop, but Yules is out, and now the Solar Guardian will come in. He gets the impale off before he goes down. They'll at least trade supports. So Mega will chase for more. No, looks like they will go back for the Roshan pit. It's just still very, very low in terms of HP. Ace will just get that finished up. I'll just continue. Dominating this game.
Wildly important for Omega. The DD did spawn, but In Your Dream took it. So yeah, that timing was still there, not fully patched out, but In Your Dream snacks it away, and he's going to feel great. Again, the only benefit NGX is really getting out here with all the movement is that their Terrorblade is farming. And he is still right behind Mamang Daya, so it's not the best position. You want to be number 1 for Kami-sama. He needs to get that Scotty timing in. They will smoke up here. They know there's no Solar Guardian, so one big toolkit from Omega's taken out. They just have to worry about the boat.
Here you go. Izu frontlining for the team. Van, only one at top lane, but they might just want that top tier 2 tower. So Mega, they are in position to go after the bottom tier 2, so just maybe looking for a bit of a trade as well. Van apparently doesn't get spotted there by Mizu.
Radiant structures are fortified.
So Boom will just, rather, excuse me, NGX will just keep up the tier 2 tower push.
Dire's middle tower.
Omega's still sticking around. Meanwhile, Aaron starts scouting out for the team, but he runs right underneath a sentry ward as it was placed, but it won't matter because he runs right back out of range.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Phoenix Assassin just going to be fine in the nick of time. GX still committed to this top tier 2. They'll pop the meta, they'll get started. TPs are incoming, however. Looks like Omega want to try and defend this. Mizu gonna have a look for a target. Zenki is in the tree line somewhere. He's trying to find him. Mamang Daya will come in now. Who's the target, however? Tidal Wave. He's going to catch Makoto into the Orchid now, but the fog making it very hard for him to follow up. So far, Makoto's just fine. Blink towards the left side. No, Tidal Wave will catch him, but they don't have the stun. It doesn't cancel TPs.
Oh man. I think the Tidal Wave actually messed that up. If Mamang Daya didn't do that, Aaron might have been able to get the angle on the impale. So he could have found that kill, so...
Mizu.
Huh.
I swear I just heard a BKB, did I not?
Yeah, it's Van. He popped his 9-second charge.
Okay.
Unfortunate, but
Oh,
I think it's alright. You can still use Solar Guardian, you don't have to worry about Spike Carapace in the enemy team, and they will smoke up.
Among Dyer. So has his own BKB up, and of course you've got a BKB now on Prince. In your dream, oh, this would be a great target. In your dream, gonna try and run away from Aaron. Cookie's there. They should have an X. They do get it eventually. They've got the Terror Blade with the Solar Guardian to come in, and everybody else just backs out of there. Leaves In Your Dream to die. They knew they could not take the fight. And AG, they'll go right into the outpost.
Take a nice piece of control here in that bot jungle. Just denying more farm spots away from NGX. Big issue for NGX is that it's mainly In Your Dream that's getting to build up. Mikado is still somewhat keeping up pace on the puck. He does have that Blink Travels coming up soon. I think Mizu on his Spirit Breaker is having a bit of a rough time though. Like he's only got the Shadow Blade and the Phase Mooch, which on paper sounds like it should be enough, but he just hasn't been able to find the angles and some heroes to pick off. And none of the heroes are really single, you know, it's not something he can rotate and get one kill on. Any of these heroes, all of them are quite tanky. Joe can.
Zenki gonna be able to get the Nightmare off Mikoto. At least gonna try and trade supports, but he is lacking a fair bit of damage at the moment. So Zenki's gonna be able to survive as Mikoto has to leave. Among Dyer, he does get Joe Camp down and take the outpost right back for the team. In the meantime, Aaron and Prince having a look around for another hero to pick off, and In Your Dream not going to make his way to the triangle, and now we'll realize Prince was around the area. It's been a pretty tough game here for In Your Dream. It's not very often you see him behind like this, and when he's playing POS 1, but he's still behind Mamang Dyer. Very impressive from Alconco.
They've been able to really leverage that aggression in Omega. Just make it nearly impossible for the Terror Blade to find that farm. And Mamang Dyer has a lot of tools to clear out creep waves, clear out camps. The tidal wave is really good. He's going to have the water park open soon, but he adds just 1,000 gold away. So you're going to have to deal with that now as a Terror Blade. You are, In Your Dream is not going for a BKB yet. He's rushing with Scotty first. So there's a very big window where Omega just has this insane teamfight control that Terror Blade can't really fight into. He does have his full Scotty up, so he can slow down a lot of these cores. He is a little bit tankier here on Terror Blade and deny off a bit of that healing coming out from Van. But I still worry about him if he does get chain stunned. I don't think the Terror Blade's going to survive for that long.
Certainly doesn't feel that way. Not after the last engagement we've seen.
Dyer's courier has been killed.
Mizu barely avoiding getting caught there at the top lane now. Omega still very, very patient here. I mean, they understand they're in the lead at the moment, but they're not quite confident enough to start knocking on those mid and top tier 2 towers. The smoke gonna be popped here. 5-man from NGX. Oh, Mamang Dyer, he'd be a great kill. He has not died yet this game, and they found it. The charge is there. Solar Guardian won't keep him up long enough. Van now will be a secondary kill for the side of NGX. And that'll be the first death for Mamang Dyer. And at the same time, In Your Dream officially takes over the net worth graph.
Yeah, massive kill. Great smoke coming out from NGX. Knowing that once Omega split up, it'd be a lot easier. Like they get the chain stuffs off first on Kunkka before he could use the ghost ship. And without that rum buff, he is a lot squishy. So starting that push in mid tier 2. Aaron will kind of slow it down, but it's a soul mix. Can't really do much. And the rest of Omega not interested in the defense. Just trying to farm where they can. Keep building up. They have to wait for the Kunkka and the Dawnbreaker to be back up. Respawns aren't too long, but...
Yeah, charge in, they've got the next Aaron. Trying to sneak his way in to maybe delay this, but not going to be the case. Yeah, another kill to go the way of NGX as now they look towards that top lane. Zenki. And of course, Prince are there. Zenki in position to break the smoke if necessary. Though there is no smoking coming.
Radiant's top tower
Like the
is
NGX,
under
they don't
attack.
even try to go after Prince. They won't waste their time. So if the call's been made to just go back to farm, or they still have a chance. So Omega, they are still in the lead, so you've got to be very wary of them grouping up and going after you instead. Have to wait and see if they do want to group up and start making that move over.
Yeah, I'm looking at Mamangdai right now, Mike. He switches out from Ags into Assault Gears, so he's not going to go for the Water Park. And that is going to take out a lot of the control that I think Omega could have played with. But the AC is such a safe bet. Up against the physical output of the TB, that will allow you to survive longer, you and your team to survive longer, so I can see the value in just going for that build-up. I think the Ags timing here for Van is still, it's actually almost done. 300 gold away, so you will have that Solar Guardian with the added evasion counteracting the TB's output. And that could be the moment when things can go on the up and up for Omega once more. They are smoked up here.
Oh, Mizu. Cheeky charge from the back. Tusk will be popped. Mizu, he will get out. Tusk doesn't even connect. Van, bot lane. He's seen by Makoto, but both kind of just ignore each other. And neither side really 100% confident in going for a fight, it seems. Just accepting the fact that it's farming time. Daedalus is to be built up on In Your Dream, so I suppose you're kind of just waiting for that. Next Roshan's up in a minute 45, so you've got that available to boot.
Radiant are scanning.
I suppose there is a decent power spike now, though, for Omega, because you've got the AC and you've got the Ags up on Mamangdaya and Van, respectively. And it's actually going to be NGX that smoke up as 4 now.
Yeah, if they find an isolated hero, they can make short work of them and, again, kill them off. I think the big one is you catch Kunkka, you prevent both. You kind of have a good time, and Mamangdaya?
Might get caught out. The charge is incoming from a mile away. Mizu going to make his way over with the Shadow Blade. Does catch him out. The X is not going to help. The Solar Guardian might do some decent work here. Mamangdaya, he can get the BKB in time. Now the Solar Guardian right onto In Your Dream, but he's unaffected. He'll just get back to work. Mamangdaya, though, proving to be way too tanky. So Omega, they'll turn. Now that the BKB is over, back in onto the Terror Blade. All of a sudden, he bought back. Luckily for him, Eren does not connect the Impale. Kodo, gonna re-engage, still has the coil up, so can play with that. Get neither side fully committing though.
Radiant tower is under attack.
Just wait out that next Roshan.
That Roshan's going to be big. No Solar Guardian for Omega for half a minute. That will line up with a respawn, and they hit this massive spike in the Weaver. Daedalus up. The right-click damage coming out from Prince just skyrockets at this point. It might still be a tough job to clear through the Terrorblade with all his armor, but your Weaver definitely can rip the softer supports even through the Puck. You're not very well protected on Mikado, although he does have that aim disc up and running. So we'll see who does commit for the Roche first. Does respawn right about now. No vision from both sides to watch, but at the least for NGX, they've got the Astral Spirit to check it out.
Alright, not going to connect. Polison going to get X'd up. The Titan. That'll be a dieback for Polison. Really nice timing here for Omega, considering Roshan has spawned. Of course, NGX will have vision over that Roshan with the TB illusion.
Dire's bottom tower
Looks
is
like
under
they are thinking about it. I mean, Omega, without an Elder Titan up, you think they would try to force this. And they will. Get back into the Roshan pit, see if they can get it done fast enough. Mid lane, though.
Again.
Eren, he does get caught out in the Nyx, so they do get at least a hero kill. The Roshan kill is much, much better, of course, for the side of Omega.
Dire's bottom tower is
Yeah, they're secure now with 2 lives under Weaver. Managed to get that done their way. They're going to be extra strong. 2 lives in Weaver with the time lapse factor there as well. It means it's a very hard bug to squish down. NGX, they're keeping this game fairly tied up. It's a 22-14 lead for Omega, but 4K net worth lead isn't much at 34 minutes in. And In Your Dream is still #1 in farm. So your Terrorblade's still a massive issue. He is protected by the BKB. He's working on to Daedalus next. And I think at some point Omega will kind of stop scaling. The output of the Weaver will have a hard cap here.
No camp. Gonna drop Prince. Just so much damage with the Daedalus. Easily takes him down. All the lines being drawn out through every lane. Seems like Omega just want those lanes pushed out so they can actually start thinking about high ground. Your Dream in the meantime, gonna stick around bot lane and just keep that pushed out. Van, or rather Prince, chase down Paulison again on this Solar Titan. Though you do have help there from Makoto on the puck. Not too much he can do though. At least buy the time for Paulison to make enough distance between himself and the Weaver. So Omega, they seem very bloodthirsty at the moment. Definitely wanting to try and start a fight if they can. However, Mizu gonna find Van down the bot lane. In Your Dream now gonna join in. Van, he's got Solar Guardian, but rather than that, he'll pop the BKB and he'll just go for a run. Be just fine.
Radiant's middle tower
He's holding out a huge amount of force from NGX down bot. Mid tier 2 just being shoved in by Omega. Because all these heroes are doing bot, they should feel fairly secure in this push. And they also managed to force out the Fortify. They make short work of that. One outer tower left here for NGX, equalizing the map for Omega. And it's looking good. Like, they are going to TP for the defense. They don't want to give this tower out. Mamundaya does a ton of damage now with his Tideburner. But you're in a good position now for NGX, for Omega. 6k up, still not growing at the pace you want. Although
Solar Guardian is going to save the day here for Prince. Very dangerous predicament here for the Weavers. Mizu just keeps going after the bait, and you are going to end up losing at least one Zenki. He's gone. They might even find another. Aaron, you'll get Dream caught up. In Your Dream now going to make his move in with the meta. Aaron, though, is going to try and run away and might just make it. In fact, even procs the Aeon disc there from Makoto is In Your Dream. Is still trying, and that's a great cookie up from Chokam. Onto the creep wave. And again, Aaron with the Spike Carapace just going to be too tricky to catch. AG, they only lose the Bane. Did I say AG? I meant Omega. Damn Amantaya, he's confusing me, John.
that he is. Still holds on to the old team tag. Still Omega feeling great. 8k up. Only losing a Bane could have been a lot worse. They hold on to the Aegis for a minute and a half more. They should look to turn while the Aegis is up. You kind of want to use that second life to full effect on Prince, and he is taking point. They don't have the Solar Guardian anymore, so it could be a bit tough.
Stomp out, gonna catch the Weaver. They won't be able to capitalize. Meantime, Van, having a look around for Makoto. Not gonna be able to quite find the puck either. Of course, Mizu's actually the one now down at the bot lane, keeping that pushed out and forcing constant attention towards that tier 2 Dire tower. But it seems like Omega, they've had enough. They'll just work towards the top tier 2 now. It is the final outer tower left for NGX. So once this is down, you're looking at high ground. Thing is though, NGX, they may commit for that bottom tier 2 as well. I mean, that's the final outer tower for Omega. Right now, they just let the creep wave take care of it. Prince, do you want to try and force high ground? He's making his way over.
And they've got only half a minute left on the Aegis, so not much time here for that second life. Prince has to be a bit cautious. You've got the Ags up on Mizu, so you can be super fast on the respawns. They will play it safe, back off. They still hold on to their bot tier 2. It is fairly low, so they could look to force a fight there, but there is a smoke here from Omega. Solar Guardian back up. Not as effective if In Your Dreams around, because he does have his MKB up. So we'll have to watch for that, but they've also got the Hex up on Mamundaya. Still playing into the puck Ags can be a bit tricky, and NGX will also smoke around at item timing.
We've got a 5-on-5 smoke. But now Omega, they're not going to find anyone. Just going to head down to the bot lane and address the wave that's pushing into that tier 2. NGX though, they'll know exactly where Omega are. Move in. Aaron might be in position to break the smoke, and does. Paulison, he'll be caught out. Impels there. Aaron actually going for a very cheeky stun. Now a Spike Carapace. He's just going to try and charge in, but look at the amount of space and time Aaron's bought. But they have the high ground. Van still trying to go forward, but Paulson, a massive stomp out, and now the Earth Splitter will fly right through. They've gotten too greedy, I think. Van's going to go down. The Nyx Assassin will drop to boot. Mamang Daya, he's still going to try and fight. They do at least get Senki down. It's just still not looking great. It's a 4-for-0 trade in your dream on a triple kill, and now they found the last piece of the puzzle. They have got Prince down. Omega, one small mistake, and they pay heavily.
That swings the entire game towards NGX now. They've got the net worth advantage. Their Terrorblade is at the point where it's a massive issue. And Cure Weaver does good damage, but not Terrorblade level damage. And I think that's where the discrepancy lies for Omega. They also forced the fight onto the high ground. They did not have vision. NGX had vision on the high ground. NGX had the advantage, and they were very clumped up from Omega. They just caught out by the stun from Paulson. They get punished for it. Now, Tier 3 tower not gonna last long. Rack's not gonna last long as well.
Thinking about a charge in onto Aaron. Yeah, that mid-Rax is gone.
Dire's middle barracks.
Your dream, he'll make his way up to the top lane instead.
Dire's top tower.
So hard to defend when you haven't got that mid-Kunka. And Mizu, he's going in after that Nyx. Aaron, he's in trouble. Your Vendetta and just run.
Dire's middle barracks.
This will mean a secondary Rax to drop here in GX. They won't be able to go after Megas, but that's fine considering how the state of the game was. They'll probably just be happy with finding 2 Raxes now. They'll go for a dive back in after the Bane.
Top barracks.
That's going to be enough. Mizu, he's out of there.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Yeah. Respective respawns. You managed to clear out the mid entirely. Top melee Rax means that it's still going to shove in. And now you're in a very strong position for NGX. You've got the map under your control. You've got the Terrorblade, who's super big. And Omega, it feels like they might have missed their window. The scaling of Prince just doesn't line up as well. Mamang Dai is just trying to go for the Bloodtorn next for additional damage and control. But I think there might have been more value in the Yags. Still, they could get caught out here.
Oh, nice charge, Mizu. He caught 2 with the stun, and Mamang Daya again can't afford to die. He still doesn't have buyback. He will survive. Solar Guardian enough, but a big Earth Split around is doing a lot of damage as Mizu. He'll keep charging through. They've got Prince down. The Weaver, he'll buy back. Mamang Daya, though, he may not be so lucky. Mikoto, he's got him under control, or does he? Mamang Daya still trying to run. In the meantime, in your dream, he ends up dropping a Prince. They do at least get the Terrorblade down. In fact, they're even going to find Paulson. So Prince is forced to buy back, but it does pay off with 2 very valuable kills.
Are under attack.
They make it work. Not a very clean trade for Omega. They hold on from losing any more on the high ground. They will have to wait until their Kunkka is back up before forcing any further issue. Roshan's still down for 2 minutes, so that's actually good news for both sides, as both sides will be able to contest Roshan with her full lineup. And they're not going to be worried about anyone else sniping that next Rosh. Omega, we're seeing a lot of back and forth. Like, the sustained play is still there, but I think it's tough because you get so much more info out
Bottom tower
from
is under
NGX with his
attack.
charge on Prince.
Oh, Prince, no, you just pulled back. Oh, 2 minutes without Prince. In your dream, back up at 27 seconds, and well, you can imagine, John, it might be right through the bot lane, or it might just be to the next Roshan. Either way, you've got to be happy if you're NGX with that Prince kill. They've got to be careful. I mean, without these buybacks available, you can't play that far forward. Not against the Spirit Breaker.
No, they're not respecting the info game coming out here. Like, the mobility of the Spirit Breaker at this point with the Ags, he's had that for a while, but Mizu's just all over the map. And BKBs mean nothing to the Spirit Breaker. He just bashes you right through. Pings are coming out from In Your Dream for the Roshan, 45 seconds away. But they will still have that window where the Weaver's not going to be there. So Omega's just going to lack a ton of damage to leverage in that tight spot. Omega, they need to just play really carefully. I think if they manage to force a good high ground fight, they've got decent control on the high ground with the boat fleet, with the Torrent, with the Sword of Guardian. You really need the Ags up on Aaron. That's
Mizu.
so far away.
Mizu, why are you charging that deep, sir?
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Maybe forgot to stop the charge, is forced the BKB up. Because they still have 35 seconds without the Weaver up. Prince,
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
no way back into this game. He's in your dream, he'll go for the Mega Creeps now. Mana pumped, they're fully committed. Roshan or not, is Makoto gonna jump in with a waiting Rift Mizu. He's onto Mamang Daya with the Nightmare. Gonna hold him down as Van. He's right in, but he's right gone. Torrent, Vote, it's gonna land, but in your dream, he's taken no damage. Hex out now, but where's your follow-up to it? Just not there. Impel, Prince, he's up in 2. Makoto, still going. Harassing them in the back, as in your dream now is completely out of mana, but is still willing to try and fight. Stun out onto the Nyx. Solar Guardian cancelled immediately by the silence of Makoto. They're still holding down this Terrorblade with the Fiend's Grip. In your dream now, hexed up, but the charge is in from Mizu. Onto 3 heroes. They'll get the Terrorblade, but what are they going to lose in response? A hell of a lot. Van's gone as well. There's only a Bane left. GG. Mamang Daya calls it for the team. And Omega, I mean, they had such a dominant game. One bad team fight